Hey guys, it's makeup tutorial time again.
Okay.
Hey Hot Miss Cam.
Oh my god.
Yes!
I've got bipolar disorder. My shit's not in order. I'm overweight.
Very, very simple. I use this.
Camera
cut out again. Hey Hot Miss fans. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by on my channel. Today I'm going to be recreating my look that I had back in the 80s. I actually just got done filming the one for the 90s and I thought it would just be fun to do the 80s as well. This will incorporate mainly my hairstyle because I didn't have much of a makeup thing going on back then. My face is bare right now, but I will show you what I'm using for my makeup this time around. So let me find some stuff for you. My curling iron is on and getting heated up. So basically I just thought it would be fun to go ahead and recreate my hairstyle and makeup that I had back then, just like I did in the 90s. I will have my 90s linked below as well, so go check that out. It's pretty funny. Like I said with the 90s video, I don't really do a lot of chit-chat videos just because I think that they are too long and some of us just don't want to sit around and you know, watch for too long. I couldn't find the picture that really described or showed my hairstyle, but I would either wear it in a ponytail, and you can't really tell in this, but I've got a little puff ball right there in the front. Now I wasn't one of those gals, and I'll go ahead and cover her face up, but you can see that like her hairstyle was all fluffed up. Now mine, there's little old me about 15 or 16, and I still got it. It didn't go down all the way now. I have more bangs today than I did back then. I don't know what I was thinking, and it looks like I was doing the ponytail a lot of the times, but in reality I had it down, these particular pictures, and I couldn't find any more, but those particular pictures shows me with a ponytail. But I will show you what I usually had it in. Like I said, my bangs are a little bit thicker today than they were back then. I literally used like just a little sliver, and I'll show you that, but let's go ahead and do the makeup really quick. I probably would either have gone with what I've got here. Basically it would be bare face, or if I was lucky enough I would have gotten a powder, and it probably was the CoverGirl powder. And I did used to wash my I talked about this during my 90s video, and I did wash my face a lot back in those days with the Noxzema, and this particular powder smells exactly either like Noxzema or just maybe it's just a combination of both the smells that I remember Noxzema, but it's very clean. Actually, it's actually from the clean line, and this is the powder I probably would have used. Packaging obviously is different from the 80s to now, so I would, this is my bare face with lotion, I would probably have powdered my whole face because I didn't know any better. And my skin probably would take it too. Now I've got a little bit more wrinkles and my face is more dry than it was back in the day, so it's alright now. Actually, it's not bad. And I probably wouldn't have all these dark circles, but you know, such is life, such is life. So I probably would use this. If not, it would have been bare face. Pretty close, pretty close. And early on in the time, I probably would use a clear mascara. But if I could get my hands on some regular mascara, I probably would. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some mascara on. And I would probably use something that had just a basic brush And because I really didn't wear that much makeup, I probably would put a lot of mascara on. When I did the 90s video, it was pretty funny because I did all the original makeup, most of it. I just wanted it to be as authentic as back then. I thought it would just be funny. I was gonna do these in October for more of a fun, like Halloween, instead of doing Halloween like costumes, but I thought, nah, this would be just as fun. This mascara, it's not a bad mascara. Alright, and some lip balm. I probably would have just used lip gloss or some kind of lip balm. Obviously they wouldn't have had these baby lips, but this is pretty much what it would have been. It would have been a little colored. Lip balm. And that would have been it for my beauty. In the 80s, I was probably, well, in 84, I was only 10, so I don't think I started really getting into stuff until the late 80s, and, but don't get me wrong, I love the 80s. Ladies love the 80s. Let's put my 80s earrings in. I bought these years ago, and I can never get rid of them, because they definitely make me think of the 80s. So now that my makeup's done, and my curling iron is probably curled. I started doing this, I only started doing this now because my hair needs a good washing, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this on some really clean hair or hair that I could use, so yeah, I'm gonna use this knowing that I have to wash my hair. So don't look at my I don't know how long that was not recording, but I'm gonna take a nice thick all my bangs here, and I had a nice thick set of bangs with when I had my Betty bangs, and I just kept them. I like thick bangs, so. But I'm gonna keep mine. Back then, I think I literally had like this many bangs. Like, I didn't have much. I mean, that's how much I allowed myself to cut, you know what I mean? So, I really didn't have much, but we're really gonna go on, full on. Now, usually, I would have used a clip. I didn't put a ponytail or anything in it like that. I mean, not like a half ponytail or whatever. So I'm just gonna use this clip. I would have used one of those, you know, spring clips, and truthfully, my hair would have been pulled back. Just like this. Now what I'm trying to do is do an authentic hair, and not so exaggerated. I mean, there is some people that really did go all out with their hair, and I'm just going to use this clip. And we did have these kind of clips back then, but that's basically what I would have done to the back of my hair. Yeah. basically. That's all I would have done. Now, with this, I don't know where I got this hairstyle, and I don't even know why. I don't remember how I got it, or I've got hair everywhere. Where I got it, or how I even started, like, thinking this was a good idea, because everybody had those cascade kind of hairstyles going and really roughed it up, and back then we couldn't afford for me to go get like a perm or anything, so I never got a perm, or you know, never cut my hair or anything crazy. Kind of kept it, you know, basic. So all I did was literally put it halfway, you know, split it halfway in between, like this. Let's do a little bit more. I can still feel that this is a... Alright, so I have this. Now I have my curling iron. I had something similar like this back then, but I did have a regular one where you just kind of pushed it down and the tongs came up. So I would curl my top back. How am I doing this? Well, this sucker gets pretty hot too, so I would curl it back. And mind you, I haven't done this hairstyle since like I must have been like 15, 16. So I would curl this back. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, yep. I could feel, I can remember thinking if I could get all of it in one stop, in one roll, it would be awesome, but I usually have to go back on the ends, which is kind of understandable. And of course, you remember back then that it was a this is why I don't do chit chat, because I always get like, I forget. Anyway, remember when you did your hairstyle, you would always boast about how long it was before you had to like redo it. 3 days was basically as long as I could go. I couldn't go any longer than that, because it, you know, you were getting all the flakes, or you know, it just wasn't as nice as it used to be when you first did it. Trying to sleep on it, you try not to sleep on it. I'm just going over it another time just to make sure. Probably won't ever do this ever in my whole life ever again, so might as well make it interesting. This is so funny. I wish I had more photos, but back then I never really did any photos or anything, so. And it's funny how simple your beauty regime is, well, compared to mine. Man, I could spend a couple hours doing my hair and my makeup and stuff, and this would get curled under. And then I'm gonna tease the shit out of it. Oh, I have to go pick up my son after this, and I'm not sure if I should drive around with it, but it would be funny because he always thinks I'm doing something weird, and so if I came to go pick him up, it'd be my luck I'd have to talk to somebody, or he was going to introduce me. Oh my god, that would be so funny. I might have to, because I do have to go pick him up after this, so it's going to be pretty funny. Alright, I'm going to let that cool for a second. And just a little funny, so I went to, I know I look funny, but I went to the drugstore because I knew that they still had Aquanet. I just didn't know which ones they had, because remember they had like a whole wide range, and you were kind of defined by what color can you had. I went to Walgreens and they only had this one, so I grabbed it because I was afraid that I wasn't going to find it and I didn't want to have to go all the way back. So I got this one, which is a purple one. Look at, note the different bottle shape and everything. I actually did use this a couple times before I started filming this, and it's not the best hairspray. I don't miss it. Now I have all of it, so I'm gonna have to use it. So I ended up going to Walmart and I got the can that I wanted, which is the white can. This is the can that I used to rock. And it looks like it's almost the original can because it's got the square top and everything. Obviously the logo and everything's a little bit different, but this was the can. This was the coveted can that everybody would have, well, in my little sector. So this is what I used. Shake it up, shake it up. And I think back then I just used this, and I would take this and try not to lose my curls. And then, let's see. And I would make it as good as I could. This goes this way. It's all coming back to me, girls. It's all coming back. This is so funny. This is probably why I didn't have that many bangs, because look how big they are. And I would try to do it so it looked like a big, like, flower blossom. It's very romantic. I think my bangs are probably a little bit too long with what I remember, but I'm gonna make it work. This is so funny. Okay. It smells a little bit different. Sweet Jesus. It sure does wear it down though. It's wearing my hair down. Like watery, you know? Jesus. Let's just hold this there for a second. This is so funny. This side does not want to cooperate. It's just denying my 80s. It's denying it. You know though, if the 80s came back, I wouldn't be sad. I totally wouldn't. I would rock big hair. I would rock neon colors, although most of the neon colors were mostly at the end of the 80s and the early 90s, FYI. It wasn't really in the 90s or 80s. I mean, it was, but it wasn't that crazy. And, you know, I could keep on spraying, but... And I know that's what we did back then. I messed up. There's my 80s. Oh my goodness. Sweet Jesus. What was I thinking? Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that was fun for you. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. If the 80s did come back, I probably would rock something. Maybe not this one. I wouldn't do this one, but I probably would really rock a nice sprayed something, and I probably would upgrade on my hairspray because this is shit. I'm surprised it's still around. Really. I'm really surprised. And it's not holding as much as I remember. It's still wet, you know? It's still wet. I remember you'd spray it and it'd be like maybe they changed their formula, which is kind of nice, I guess, if you just need a light dusty. Hope you had fun watching me recreate my 80s look. This is what I look like. Well, younger, of course. This is what I was rocking. Bye, guys.